everyone.
Hello viewers, it's Tony2009 and I'm finally back with another Thomas and Friends related video. And I'm sure as most of you have guessed it, I'm going to be taking a look at all the All Engines Go stuff that I got for my birthday. So, I know someone's been wanting to have me do a review on this for quite some time. So here you have the All Engines Go Push Along Henry the Green Engine. And personally, I'm very excited to have this guy because now, since I have Thomas, Percy, Edward, Gordon, James, Emily, and Toby already, I now finally have the full Steam team right here. Even though they're not together anymore in the show, which is kind of sad. Just because Mattel decided to cut corners, but you all know, the whole gender equality thing they've tried to do with Big World Big Adventures. But I'm actually happy that the CGI series is over. Now, I know it's sad to most people, but I still prefer the classic model series, since that's the one I grew up with. And hopefully one day All Engines Go might get better. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's just going to be the same formulaic show. But so here we have Henry, the Green Engine. And there's his face. Now, this review might be a little bit short, but I do hope you enjoy this one. Yeah, I'm probably not going to have that much to cover here, because you probably know who the Steam team actually is if you've watched the show. And I'm sure most of you might probably know that in Season 8 through 12, their characters have been regressed. Which is kind of sad, but... So, here's Henry in hand. Now, I gotta say, Henry does look a bit impressive, Now, he's basically a repaint of Gordon.
Oh yeah, they have the same face.
I mean, it does sound a little bit lazy for Mattel, but at least they gave Henry his new shape. And the two different domes, even if one of them is yellow for some reason. Yeah, I don't know why that is.
Maybe to match Percy?
I mean, I don't know. Now, they basically have the same tenders, except this one's green with a number 3. Now, I don't know why they couldn't just use Henry's Fowler tender. I think that could have been better. He even has the round buffers on the tender. And now, it does look like Gordon, but like I've already said, they gave him a different shape. The face does look eerily similar, except for the green eyes, and he does have the same buffers as Gordon. And the same slope running board. Now, what I will give them credit for is, giving them painted cylinders. I'm glad I didn't cheap out on that. Now, what I like about the All Engines Go merchandise is that because of its simplistic design, it's more accurate compared to, all the CGI stuff that came out, ever since CGI Thomas Scott merchandise. Now, I feel like Mattel basically dropped in quality in terms of its merchandise, trying to struggle to get Thomas accurate to how he does in the show, but since they made Thomas more simplistic, I feel like they've gotten better. I think it's one thing that All Engines Go merchandise has an advantage over the CGI Thomas merchandise, in my humble opinion. Now, what I don't understand is that why they had to change certain merchandise, they replaced Ertl with Take Along, they rebranded Tomy into Trackmaster, and they changed the designs of the wooden railway engines, for some odd reason. I don't know why they couldn't just, stuck with the original molds of the wooden railway trains. I feel like maybe they should have continued the Ertl line and gave the Ertl train CGI faces. And instead of making Thomas Mays, what they should have done was, continue the Bluebird series, which would have been nicer. And, now don't get me wrong, Take Along is not bad, but I think Ertl is better in my opinion, because it's more accurate. And I will always prefer Tomy other than Trackmaster. Anyways, now, aside from Henry and Edward, sadly, they don't really get that much attention in the show. They're basically pushed to the side as background engines. And they don't even talk for some reason. Now, I do wonder, who would actually be a good voice choice for, Henry and Edward. What type of actors would be, perfect for the roles. I don't know one day if Mattel might find actual voice actors for Edward and Henry, but I feel like what actually would make All Engines Go a little bit better is, if they actually focused more on the Steam team and not have Thomas appear in every single episode, which is kind of annoying. Because the charm about the original Thomas and Friends, the first 7 seasons, were that they always used new characters and that Thomas didn't appear in every single episode. And seasons 8 through 12 has a bit of a problem where they just use, all 8 characters and don't even focus on the background engines that much. Which is one thing that I don't understand. That's one thing I have a problem with certain shows. Now, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of great TV shows and movies, but the problem I have with them is that they keep using the same characters over and over again. Yes, they do introduce new ones, but they just keep using the same main characters over and over again. And not to mention that some characters aren't that relevant. Now, what would be nice is if Henry and Edward did get a little bit of screen time and actually did have some speaking roles. Like, I feel like that would make the show a little bit better. Like, now I do like that they introduced. I mean, they brought back old characters like Terrence, Ashima, Salty, Whiff, and Bulstrode. But I do wish that they got more screen time, that we saw them more often instead of Thomas himself. Or maybe we could have actually gotten an episode where like Percy is the main focus, or Diesel, or Kana, or dare I say it, Nia. Even though some of you might say that Nia does have a better personality than how she was in like the original Big World Big Adventures reboot. And yes, what I will give them credit for is actually making Nia a more interesting character, but I still don't forgive her for replacing Edward. If you're wondering why I still don't like her to this day. And I'm so happy that Rebecca is not in the show anymore in All Just Go. And I swear, if they put Rebecca in All Just Go, I'm going to lose my mind and I'm going to get mad. I'm possibly going to break something. I mean, sorry, like, that's just a little bit of a tangent I have. But you can have your thoughts. And if you do like Henry and Edward appearing in All Just Go, please tell me in the comments below. Or if you don't like the show, like, that's fine, but if you were to like fix All Just Go, what would you do? Like, personally, I would just like change the pace of, I would change like the concepts. I would try like have different characters appear and not have Thomas appear in every episode, like I said. But that's just a few ideas. Anyways, now Henry does look very awesome. Like, I think that's all I have to say. So yes, this was a little bit short, but personally, like, I feel like all of the merchandise is pretty much the same, like, high quality. It's super accurate for its simplistic design, and I do sort of find it cute that they're simplistic because that makes merchandise better, in my opinion. Like, now I think the CGI Thomas merchandise could have been a bit better if they, like, continued with Tommy and Ertl and brought back Bluebird and didn't, like, change Thomas Wooden Railway's designs overall. I feel like that's what would have made merchandise a bit better. Anyways, I am happy to, like, have the whole entire Steam team here. Like, this is quite the cast here. Like, I'm pretty sure anyone would be happy to, like, have the whole Steam team right here, because these characters are iconic. Anyways, we still have, like, 2 more All Just Go videos, and then hopefully I'll be able to review that Bluebird Thomas set I made, like, based on the Earl Mini carrying case, like you saw in the community posts. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.